Hi everyone, this is Vicki Balliot from Vicky's Craft Closet, and I've been encouraged by Jennings644 to do a audio on some of my flowers and some of my other crafts that I've been doing. And this is the beginning of my flowers. I'll try and not bore you, but if you've got any questions you'd like to see any other ones, again a little bit more thorough, I'll go over it with you real good. Excuse me. This was my very first flower that I made with Fiona, and this is one of her crowns that I made, and those were quite fun. I made quite a few of those, and then I bought myself some flowers, and then I thought maybe it needed a little bit of doily, so I put a doily on the back of it. So that was my first one. So I don't try to give away too many of my first ones unless I'm really pleased with them. So here's another one that I had made. I put some little gold things in there, and actually I put a little pin in there like Fiona did, and that's okay. Then I made this one. It's got a little purple, as you can see in there. I think that's purple, I'm not sure. And there's a little stick pin and some feathers, and I add a little bit of pearl trim. Then I went on, then I still was making laces. Those are all kind of your basic laces where you, she had us glue the trim, gather the trim, and then glue it and go around. And that's basically what I did. This one here, I put some pearl trims in around it. And that was an idea from Fiona also. And actually it still has the background, the cardboard in the back. Then I experimented with some trim. I glued some trim around in a circle and put a pearl in the middle, and that's nice. It's nice and flat for like in a scrapbook inside. Then I move on to, I tried the lollipop thing, and it was okay. This didn't turn out too bad, but I've seen some others that looked a lot better than mine, so I don't know. I don't think I'll try that anymore. Then I had some other material, and I tried that. The white, I'm not fond of that one either. So here's some black, a black with the gold lace in it. And then I put a black with the trim. And then I took some lace and I folded it in half and made a flower. And this is a trim with a daisy trim, and then I put a little flat back pearl on it. Here's one of my favorite ones. I really like. I don't think I'll part with this unless I find somebody that I really want to have, but I think I'll keep that. I put the little dangle thing down here below, as Fiona has suggested. I love this little trim. It's very pretty and full on it. So that's actually like two flowers put together. Then I was experimenting with some satin, and I cut those in 4 loops. I cut those in like half circles and sewed them together like a string, and then I did the same thing with the lace, and that turned out a little bit different. I was just experimenting. I don't know if I've seen anybody do it or not. I looked at so many videos, and I'm sorry if I've left somebody out, but I thought I was being creative that night, so I don't know if there's anybody that's got one like that out there or not. Here's some I made out of just regular ribbon. Of course, I stitched around the outside edge, and I gathered it. And this here was kind of folded in half, and it was stitched the same way. And there's one of her crowns too. Same way with that. No, these were sold. These were cut in strips and sewed together and gathered, and then put on the back of the card. Burlap. I tried burlap, tried my hand at burlap, and it turned out okay. It's different. It was a challenge because it frays a lot. I guess I probably could have used the fabric glue around the outside edge. Probably it would have kept it from fraying. But I guess I was kind of glad when that project was over. I've got a lot of homespun. It's more of a country primitive material. It's a little looser fabric. And I tried my hand at that. And I think that turned out pretty nice. I like the way it frays. And this here piece here is a yo-yo. I'm sure all of you know yo-yos. And I decided to put a lace between the two. And there's the daisy trim again. I'm not sure where I got that from. Could have been from Jennings 644, and I could have bought it at Joann's. I really don't remember where, but I love it, and I like to find some more. I still have some left, but I know I'm going to be using it a lot. This one here was a red wired ribbon, and I started out doing something with it and I didn't like it, so I just pulled the wire completely out of it, and I gathered the bottom layer and it was a little bit too full, so I snipped it, and it kind of made it easy because it was already kind of marked for me, so I snipped those, and then I cut some more, I suppose about 1.5 inches maybe, and I folded those in half, and I glued those into the center. And I knew it needed some more, and I thought maybe that would look kind of pretty with the little flower, lace flower in the middle. It's kind of big, but it could probably be used for something. These here I made the last few nights, and of course these were all torn pieces. These are probably about 1.5 inches wide material that I pulled and ripped, and that's what gives that little frayed look. And I gathered the strip up and pulled it, and actually sewed the edges together and glued them all together. This was a little bit slightly smaller, and these were all basically all done the same way. That one I didn't glue, I just must have laid that on there. I love this lace. This is gorgeous lace. This is another piece from my mother's earrings. Here's another one. I crocheted the hearts, and I've crocheted the little flower here too. And these are all purples, what I've been told. Okay, I tried the muslin, and I really did like the muslin effect, and I put the burlap as the center and just made them real simple with little buttons on them, so that'd be nice for a real primitive project that you're doing. Okay, I had done a few other different things, and I been watching Rach 0113, and I love the steampunk. Jennings 644 has done some steampunk also, but I see there's a lot of people who are doing the domino altered, and I saw Rach do one of these, and I loved it, and I thought, well, I had some dominoes. Of course, they're a little bit more modern ones, but I rated it. And I did have a few trinkets things to do. I bought this little watch here from Discounts Crafts, and of course the chain was some leftover from jewelry that I had dismantled, and I believe this is Tim Holtz gears here, and also this steampunk here lettering. I didn't realize, I guess I knew there was a lot of fonts out there, but I never gave a thought of finding typewriter lettering to put on the computer and to print out. So that was a new discovery for me. You can see that. I thought it turned out pretty neat for my first piece anyway. So that's that one. And I also had these dewdrops, and I was playing around with those, and I saw Fiona playing around with those. So I thought I'd do a few of these. Here's some pictures of some ladies. I don't know if you can see those or not. Guess I'll go back out. And those turned out pretty neat. I guess use them for magnets, or you could put them on probably on the front cover of a mini book if you're making those. I haven't attempted that. I started and then I got distracted on other things. Okay, now these here I made little dragonflies, and the body, I got the idea, was from Fiona. The ribbon, I tried her tactic with the wire, and I was all thumbs with that, and I was looking around in my room, which has got so much stuff in it's hard to focus on one thing. So I decided to, I saw my ribbon and I started playing around, and I thought, well, when you make a bow that has the wings, and I thought, well, I'll try. So this is my version of it, and she did suggest about putting a little a trinket down at the bottom. So that was my creation. My version, I should say. Here's a little blue one in silver, and here's a white one. I think that's a little bit too long. I might have to adjust that. And I actually put little gems on the end of it, on those. And also I was making a bow. I made a bow, and I put the little trinkets on the bottom. So that's the end of my my show, and I hope you come to visit me sometime. I do make other things. I do like to make primitive and country stuff. I like to work with felt, and as you've seen, I made the candle mat for Fiona, and I really like making with sewing and doing things like that. So I do have a lot more things to show you, but I just decided I'd try my flower show for first and see how that goes. So please come back and visit me again, and it's Vicky's Craft Closet, and please stop back again. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.